money. Stay on my craft, don't stick around those pounds. But I do that to last the function, put it all for my town. Trust me, I'm a I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T hustler. Chasing dreams since I was 14.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Peace Center on the campus of Carroll College for tonight's game between the 18th ranked visiting Battling Bears of Rocky Mountain College and your 10th ranked Carroll College Fighting Saints. Please stand and remove your hats for the pregame prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Heavenly Father, we give you thanks for your love and goodness. We ask your blessing upon both teams tonight. May they be protected from injury and use well the gifts you have given them. Bless all of us here tonight and help us to know that you are always with us. May we show our gratitude in the way we care for others. We pray this in your name. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. At this time, as we pay honor to the United States of America, we ask that you direct your attention to the flag and remain standing for the singing of our national anthem. The anthem is being performed tonight by the Carroll College Pep Band, and presenting the colors are members of the Carroll ROTC. And now for the introduction of tonight's starting lineups. First of all, for the Rocky Mountain College Battling Bears. Number 11, the 5'11 senior from Beach, North Dakota, Haley Farsby. Number 22, a 5'5 senior from Linwood, Washington, Michaela Jones. Number 33, a 5'10 junior from Miles City, Montana, Alicia Chamberlain. Number 34, a 5'11 junior from Manhattan, Montana, Brooke Jones. And number 44, a 6-foot sophomore from Great Falls, Montana, Markayla Francis. The Battling Bears are coached by Wes Keller, and he's assisted by Camden Levin. Michaela Dowdy. Rebound, Haley Forsby. Basket good by Alicia Chamberlain. Assist, Michaela Jones. One free throw for Chamberlain. And Alicia completes the three-point play. Michaela Jones. Rebound, Hannah Dean. Offensive rebound, Hannah Dean. Johnson, her first team third. Taylor Salonen in for Carroll. On Hans Rocky. Markayla Francis with the basket. Chamberlain assist, Michaela Jones. Rebound, Hannah Dean.
It's 2:50 to play first quarter. Saints to be at a 9 from three-point line. Francis in the lane. She's been camped out in there forever. No call as she puts it up left-handed and in. It's 13-12. Denny. High post, Salonen. Salonen working against Markayla Francis. Those two battled in high school. Double A level. Glacier and Great Falls High. Johnson had it knocked out of her hand. Gets it back out to pass it. 10 on the shot clock. Salonen has it. Now Dean. She'll drive around Brooke Jones to the hole. Counted and one! Hannah Dean taking it strong to the rack. Chance for a three-point play. The foul on Brooke Jones will be her first. And the first team foul on Rocky. We get a timeout on the floor. 2:15 to play, first quarter. Saints 15, Battling Bears 12. Back in a minute. This is Carroll College basketball on ESPN Radio. To go first quarter. Carroll College leading 15-12. Brooke Jones at the free throw line. Hannah Dean at the free throw line after the foul on Jones. Dean on the season, 72.6%. And hits it, makes it a 16-12 game. Michaela Dowdy back in. Danny Wagner, Jaden Lyman in as well. Lyman, the 5'3" freshman from Spokane. Wagner, 5'9", redshirt freshman from Havre. 16-12 Saints. Varsity penetration all the way down the lane. Puts it up, no good. Rebound, Taylor Salonen. Rocky's going to come in with a full-court press in the backcourt. And Pasta brings it across midcourt. Ebony Jackson in, 6'4" senior from Kirkland, Washington for Rocky. Pasta has it near side. Gives it off for Wagner. Lefty dribbles up on top, passes right to the top of the circle to Taylor Salonen, who drives down the left side of the lane against Jones and puts it up and in. And the Saints are up by 6. It's 18-12. 90 seconds to go, first quarter. Great take there by Salonen, strong. Justin Jewell moves it off for Farsleet. Farsleet, penetration, spins, lost it. Ball loose on the ground, and Michaela Jones pulls it up and runs all over Jaden Lyman. The freshman coming over on the weak side and taking the charge. Michaela Jones picks up her first team foul, number 2. Justin Jewell, the 6'4" junior from Billings. So Lyman to Salonen. Up on top, over the right side, Dowdy. Hands off Pasta. She'll dribble up on top, leave it there for Wagner. Dribbles down to the right side. And shovels it off to Dowdy. Takes the dribble, moves it off to the Lyman near side now. Pass on the wing. The dribble free throw line. Tries to get it to Dowdy. Good defense down low. Now Lyman on the baseline. Back to Dowdy. 5 to shoot. Dowdy in the lane. Ball stripped. Kicked. Wagner picks it up. Throws it up from the free throw line. Misses. Gets her own offensive rebound back. Danny Wagner is an offensive rebound machine over the last 2 months. 35 seconds to go in the quarter. Salonen has it. Over the right side, Lyman. Back up to Salonen. Dumps it down inside Dowdy. Dowdy spins. And they call a jump ball. It'll stay with Carroll. 13 on the shot clock. 27 and a half seconds to play here in the first quarter. Wagner ties her shoe, and she'll inbound baseline as Kiana Corpus will check in, a 5'6" freshman from Boise, Idaho. Didn't see her at all in the first game. Wagner baseline inbound, spins it to Dowdy on the block. Dowdy in the lane. They give him the left hand, no good this time. Rebound tipped off of a Batlin Bear. It'll be, well, now they reverse it. So Rocky basketball with 20 seconds to go here in the quarter. Ref signaled to Carroll, but pointed the wrong way, basically. We went a hand check on Dowdy, 25 feet away. Her first 14 foul. 11 seconds to go in the quarter. Carroll up 18-12. Taylor Jones inbounds to Corpus. Nice push off, no call. Ebony Jackson in the lane, strong, no good. Rebound, Michaela Dowdy, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. And Wes Keller is out in midcourt arguing for a call, and he is losing his mind. But at the end of the first quarter, it is the Saints 18 and Allen Bears 12. Back in a minute, this is Carroll College basketball on the Bud Light scoreboard on ESPN Radio. Getting set to start the second quarter here. Saints of Carroll ranked 10th, leading at number 18, Batwin Bears, 18-12. And Rocky with the basketball. Corpus, both Joneses, Jackson and Jewell on the floor. And it's Corpus who penetrates all the way to the baseline, leaves it now up on top, and Brooke Jones will try a three off the mark. No surprise. Rebound to Bailey Pasta. Top of the circle, gets a screen from Dowdy. Now passes right side for Una Harrington. Harrington didn't play at all against Tech Thursday night, and she leaves it off for Jade Lyman. Harrington posted up. Now she'll back it out, look for help, gets it off to Wegman, top of the circle with 10 on the shot clock. Wegman comes near side for Pasta. Free throw line. Step back, long deuce is no good. And Dowdy with the offensive rebound. Knocked out of her hands, out of bounds, but it'll go to Rocky. And we get a line change as Farsi in, along with Michaela Francis. And Alexi Smith, 5'11 junior from Harriman, Utah, in for the Batwin Bears. Brandon Johnson back in for the Saints. Carroll, 41% in that first quarter. Rocky, 38%. Carroll was 3 out of 9 from the three-point line. Smith off to the right side now. Farsi back over the left side. Smith holds the ball, now dribbles, middle of the floor. Dumps it off to Farsi into the corner for Jewell. Jewell drives baseline. And she'll draw a foul and a chance for a three-point play. Foul on Danny Wagner, her first, team foul number 1 in the quarter, and makes it 18-14, which is a little trip. And Justin Jewell at the line. Makes it a three-point play. 18-15. 8:50 to go first quarter, or first half, I beg your pardon. Lyman. Over to Dowdy, now Johnson. Free throw line. Back to Wagner now, near side. One hand. 10. The ball knocked off. We're out of bounds by. And if you're watching on the Carroll YouTube feed, we are adjusting the stream, or trying to get the audio fixed for you. 6 to shoot. Dowdy over to the right side. Wagner will try a three. It's no good. Rebound Jewell. So the Saints 0 for 2 here in the second quarter. Lead 18-15. Jewel has it near wing. Right side of the floor and moves it for Smith. Now back to Jewel. Back over to Smith, and she'll swing it left side, Farsby. Couple of dribbles, back to Jewel. 8 to shoot, Jackson in the lane. Couple of step throughs, puts it up too strong. Rebound, loose on the floor. Wagner comes down with it. Timeout taken by the Saints. 7:53 to go in the half, and we get a timeout on the floor. It's the Saints 18, the Battling Bears 15. Back in a minute. This is Carroll College basketball on ESPN Radio. It's 18-15, Carroll leading Rocky with 7:53 to play here in the first half. Carroll's down to 36.8% shooting. Rocky at 37.5. The Saints with a 3-point lead. Lyman gives it over to the right side, Brittany Johnson. Johnson up on top for Una Harrington. Harrington leaves it for Wagner. She'll penetrate to the free throw line, kick it back out now on the right side of Lyman. Finds Johnson. She'll drive into the lane. Leave it out near lane for Wagner. Back up on top, Johnson. Johnson with 6 to shoot. Gets it to Lyman. Lyman, penetration. Jackson was all wide open for a moment. Harrington knocked it away. Hannah Dean in, and Taylor Salonen in as well. For the Saints, and it's Jewel who has it for the Ballin Bears. Farsby with 5 to shoot. She'll turn and she'll fire from 17. It'll go saved by Smith in the far corner, right into the hands of Brittany Johnson. 6:45 left in the half. 20-15 Saints. Johnson reverses. She'll dribble down to the right side and get up on top. Dean comes left side for Wagner. Now she'll stop free throw line. 16-footer off the mark. Rebounded by Markayla Francis. Saints getting cold here from the field. Down to 8 of 21. Chamberlain has it, now up on top for Farsby. For the Battling Bears who trail the Saints 20-15. 6:15 remaining here in the half. Smith, left side Farsby, gets it into the lane for Francis. Working against Dean. Lowered the shoulder, no call. Rebound to Chamberlain. Fouled by Salonen. Salonen picks up her first, second team foul on the Saints. And Chamberlain to the free throw line after Michaela Jones checks in. Chamberlain, 60.7% free throw shooter, is 1 for 1 tonight. The lefty fires, hits it. She's 2 for 2. She has 2 3-point plays and is 20-18. 6 minutes to go here in the half. Saints 5-2. Girls led by as much as 6. Johnson jumps it to Salonen, knocked away, back to the hands of Brittany Johnson. She'll back it out, and now Wagner top of the key. Over the right side on the high post to Dean. Couple of dribbles. Gets it to Lyman, near side. Lyman, free throw line to Dean. She'll fire from 16. Too strong. Rebound being tipped around into the hands of Jewel. 5.5 to go in the first half, and it's 20-8. Rocky on a 6-2 run since the end of the first quarter. Markayla Francis, double team, gets it somehow to Chamberlain, who puts it up short. Rebounded by Taylor Salonen. Show outlet to Lyman, and Lyman quickly down the floor. Comes left side, Brittany Johnson. Back up on top, Lyman. Now Salonen just to the right of the top of the key, pushed by Chamberlain. Dean has it, finds Johnson near side. Now top of the circle on the dribble. She'll find Lyman in the corner. A three ball is too strong. Rebounded by Francis. 4:50 left here in the quarter. Rocky out rebounding Carroll 14-13. Justin Jewell took 18 steps and traveled with it. Got a feed on the baseline as Brooke Jones checks in for Jewell. Pasty, Denny, and Dowdy back in for the Saints, so the starting five back out there with 4:37 to play. Carroll up 20-18. Denny over to the right side for Johnson. Johnson to the free throw line, down the lane, got the wide open look to the hole, and it's 22-18 Carroll. Brooke Jones, ball fake right, passes left to Farspeed, down on the far side. Back to the near side for Jones. High post Francis, being harassed, kick out Farspeed, left open for three, and it's good. 22-21 Carroll, 4 to play in the half. Denny, freshman from Liberty High School, Bengal, Washington. Leaves it off to Johnson. Again, the drive. She'll draw the foul and shoot two. Foul on Markayla Francis, her first. First team foul of the quarter on the Rocky Ballard Bears, and just the third team foul called in this game. And Brittany Johnson will go to the line. 75% on the year. Knocks down the first. 23-21, Carroll by 2. Second one on the way is also good. 24-21 Saints. 3:45 left on the Bud Light scoreboard here in the first half. Farspeed dribbles all the way down to the near wing in front of the Carroll bench. Right-handed dribble. Passes up on top to Michaela Jones. Jones working against Johnson. Over the left side for Chamberlain. Chamberlain into the lane. Now Johnson and Farspeed. Farspeed lost the dribble at the elbow. 4 to shoot. Chamberlain on the wing. Penetrates. Stopped by Dowdy. Throws it up, and that's a shot clock violation. Good defense by the Saints there, and they forced the turnover with 3:16 to play in the half, leading 24-21. Denny calls out the play, leaves it off to the left side for Dowdy. Now right side, Dean. Passes off to the wing for Denny, and she'll penetrate back up top of the key. Now down to Dowdy, he falls down, and France the hook. But back the other way for Farspeed. 24-20 Saints, 2:48 to play. Second quarter. Chamberlain up on top to Jones, and now Brooke Jones. The pass for her head out of bounds. Turnover on the Ballard Bears is their 9th. Saints with just 4 points off the previous 8, and they lead 24-21. 2:40 to play here. First half in the PE Center. Number 10, Carroll. Number 18, Rocky. Dowdy has it. Free throw line. Dribbles to the elbow. Now Denny. She'll penetrate. Kick it out to Pasta. She'll try a three. In and out. Francis has the rebound, fouled by Christine Denny. That'll be her first, third team foul. And it's Rocky basketball with 2:20 to go in the half. Trailing 24-21. Farsfeet down to the wing. Up on top, Francis. Now Farsfeet again for three. And again it's good. And we're tied for the fourth time tonight. 24 all. 2 minutes to go in the half. Carroll's just 3 out of 11 from 3. Rocky 3 out of 8. And Pasta has it for the Saints. Off to the right side. Out on the wing. Now she picks up her dribble. Passes left side for Denny. Denny over to the right side to Dean. And now Pasta. And Michaela Jones knocks Hannah Dean to the ground. And that'll be a foul. Her second. Team foul number 2. Justin Jewell will check back in for Michaela Jones. Saints will inbound, far sideline. It'll be Johnson. Inbound to Denny. 95 seconds to go. Denny dribbles down to the right corner. Picks up the dribble. Looks for Dowdy on the block. Gets it to her. She's double teamed. Gets it to Dean, and now Johnson has it. Now Denny up on top. Left elbow for Dean. Comes onto the wing for Pasta. Pasta up on top. Dumps it down inside Dowdy. Double teamed quickly. Pasta right back to Dowdy. Dowdy puts it up in the lane. Left-handed, no good. Dean with the offensive rebound with 70 seconds to play in the half. 24-24 ball game. Rocky has outscored the Saints 12-6 here in the quarter. Denny will try a corner three, and it's good! 27-24, Denny with her second triple of the night. And the Saints back up 3 on the Bud Light scoreboard. Farsfeet directs traffic, leaves it out on the wing for Jewell. Back to Farsfeet, swings it left side. Brooke Jones goes high post, Francis. Francis out to Farsfeet. Now Jewell in the near corner, rather. 6 to shoot. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Farsfeet to Francis. She'll try a 3. It's going to be off the mark. Rebound by Dowdy. She'll outlet it to Denny. And Denny, if the Saints can hold for the final shot, 15 seconds to go. And that'll bring us to the end of the half. Both teams played well. Rocky a little more consistent. And at the end of, for one half of play at the PE Center, it's a 10th-ranked Saints 27, the 18th-ranked Battling Bears 24 on the Bud Light scoreboard. And we're back with a halftime show in a moment. This is Carroll College basketball on ESPN Radio.
Do you need extra cord to bring it here? We're good now?
listen at the game.
Please welcome the Capital High School 2017-18 dance team performing for tonight's halftime. The dance team is coached by Aaron Smith.
Halftime in Helena, and the 10th-ranked Saints women leading number 18 Rocky 27-24. We've had 4 ties in this game, a couple of lead changes, and the Saints led 18-12 at the end of the first quarter. We were tied at 24, but Christine Denny's second 3 of the ball game made it 27-24, and that is where we stand now. Both teams playing pretty solid on the defensive end. Offenses have struggled a little bit, especially shooting. And Rocky with a ton of turnovers in the first half, 9 of them, but that only led to 4 Carroll points, so the Saints not capitalizing on Rocky's turnovers. And we'll run through the final stats for you a little bit later on here in halftime. Coming up in between games, there will be a very exciting announcement here at Carroll College. Charlie Gross, the athletic director, kind of teased it Tuesday down at Tech, but it's a new addition, or an updated addition to the Carroll family, and it's going to be very, very exciting. So if you are listening and want to see what that's going to be, then you should head on down to the PE Center. We will take a break. We will come back. We'll run through the full first half stats for you and much more. And we'll tell you, fill you in on some high school scores as well. Halftime, though, in Helena, and it's 27-24. Saints leading the Battling Bears. We'll take a break. Halftime rolls on after this. This is Carroll College basketball on 94.9 ESPN Radio and ESPNMontana.com. Jason Walker back at the PE Center. Halftime, Saints 27, Rocky women 24. Rocky 9 of 23 from the field in the first half. That's 39.1%, 3 of 9 from 3, and 3 for 3 from the free throw line. 9 points for Haley Farsfeet to lead the way. 4.6 rebounds for Markayla Francis. Also has 3 assists and 2 steals. 8 points for Alicia Chamberlain. And 3 points for Justin Jewell. 5 assists, 9 turnovers, 1 block, and 3 steals for Rocky. For Carroll College, 10 of 28 from the field. That's 35.7%. Shot 42% in the first quarter. Saints just 4 out of 14 from the three-point line. 3 for 3 from the free throw line. 7 points for Brittany Johnson, 6 for Christine Denny. 4 for Taylor Salonen off the bench. 3 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists for Hannah Dean. 3 points for Bailey Pasta, who has struggled from the field. 1 out of 8 and just 1 out of 7 from the three-point line. 2 points, 5 rebounds for Michaela Dowdy. And 2 points for Jaden Lyman. 5 assists, 4 turnovers, and 3 steals for the Saints. Rocky trailed 18-12 at the first quarter, won the second quarter 12-9. Largest lead for Rocky, 1 point. Carroll's largest has been 6. We've had 4 lead changes and 4 ties, and it is 27-24 Carroll College. One halftime score one final score from high school to tell you about. Missoula Sentinel rolls Capital at the Bears Den, 51-32. So the Lady Bruins lose for the first time this season. Sentinel undefeated in conference play after their 19-point win today and over Helena High on Thursday as well. So Helena High with 2 conference losses, Sentinel and Capital each with 1. It'll be a very, very tight race down the stretch in the high school standings. We'll try to get you the Capital boys score. They were in Missoula taking on the top-ranked Spartans today as well. And we'll try to get that for you at some point before we leave the air. How about that? Does that sound like a good deal? One other score to report. Western women leading Northern 12-5. Northern women haven't won since December 30th. And, of course, it doesn't help when they lost their all-everything senior J.C. Thompson went down with a knee injury a couple of weeks ago, and she will miss her final season. So tough news there. The Carroll women, by the way, they've only lost once in 2018. 6-1 in that stretch. Looking to make it 7-1 tonight. Saints lead the Frontier at 7-2. By a game over Rocky and Providence. And we'll try to refresh and update the Frontier scores. LC State leading at Providence right now, 37-34. And of course, Western leading at Northern, as we mentioned, 12-5. We'll take a final break. We'll come back and you set for the second half here at the PE Center. And 10th-ranked Carroll leading 18th-ranked Rocky. On the Bud Light scoreboard, it's 27-24. Back with the second half in a moment. This is Carroll College basketball on ESPN Radio. 27-24, Carroll leading Rocky as we get set to start the second half. Jason Walker and you here from the PE Center in Helena. 10th ranked Carroll men will not be ranked 10th next week when the new polls come out, but they will host Rocky tonight after this one, looking for a little bit of revenge after falling by 5 a couple of weeks ago here at home, in which they shot just 30%. Looking for more offense tonight, and we'll have that call for you after this one is done. It'll be Brittany Johnson, Christine Denny, Hannah Dean, Michaela Dowdy, and Bailey Pasta on the floor for the Saints as we start the second half going left to right. And it's Johnson, quickly, a corner three. It's short, and Farsfeet with the rebound. Michelle Sayers didn't like that shot selection, it looks like. Farsfeet, both Joneses, Brooke and Michaela, Markayla Francis, and Alicia Chamberlain on the floor for the Ballin Bears. Both teams have played zone throughout tonight. Farsfeet over to the right side for Jones. Now to Jones. Michaela to Brooke. Back to Michaela. Comes left side for Farsfeet. 5 to shoot. Farsfeet stops from 12. No good. Rebound. Hannah Dean had it stripped away and lost it out of bounds. 9:18 to go. Third quarter. Saints up 27-24. Farsfeet's baseline inbound up on top. Francis gets it down inside to Brooke Jones. Jones works around Dowdy, baseline, puts it up and in. 27-26 Carroll. And that is the first bucket tonight for Brooke Jones, who had 18 a couple of weeks ago. Pasta all the way down to the near baseline. Now she'll reverse and bring it back up on top. Pass left side, Christine Denny. Denny to the free throw line for Dean. 10 to shoot. Pasta has it near wing. Pasta back to Dean. Dean will fire from 15 off the mark. Rebound. Michaela Dowdy with the offensive board. Pasta traveled. That is the 8th offensive rebound for the Saints. Just 8 second chance points, however. Rocky had 3 second chance points off of 4 offensive rebounds in the first half. Outscoring the Saints in the paint 16-10. Check it, 14-10, I'm sorry. And Jones just throws it, Farsfeet just throws it away into the hands of head coach Wes Keller, who bounces it to the official, who gives it to Hannah Dean, and the Saints inbound it. 8:20 to go in the third quarter. Carroll up 27-26. Denny on the near side. Gets it to Dean. She'll dribble over to the left elbow. Pass back up on top for Denny. Back to Dean. Back to now Dowdy on the right side. She'll find Denny. Free throw line. She'll stop. She'll fire. And it rolls off. Rebound by Brooke Jones. Just under 8 minutes to play here in the third. 27-26. Carroll by a point. Rockies outscored the Saints 14-9 since the start of the second quarter. Cut a 6-point deficit. They trail by 1 as Michaela Jones in the lane to Brooke Jones. How many seconds does she get in there? They're going to call a jump ball. It'll be Rocky basketball. Sports Information Director here at Carroll, Jarek Walcott, will sit down for momentarily. We'll turn his mic on.
How's it going, Jason?
Well, we'll be nice and turn your mic on for you. And Johnson steals it away from Michaela Jones, who tried to bounce it off of Brooke. Or Brittany.
That's not a good decision to do against Brittany Johnson. She's a pretty heady basketball player.
She's a pretty good defender. Pass on the right side. Dribbles to the free throw line. Now backs it back out, top of the key, and goes high post to Dean. Back left side, Pasta. Pasta, free throw line. Left wing for Johnson. 7 on the shot clock, and Johnson drives the foul on Michaela Jones. That'll be her third. Team foul number 1.
And
so
she fouled out of the last game here.
Yes.
Right at the end of the regulation, so that might be something to watch out for. And it might be something for Coach Keller to keep track of as well.
Denny has it. Exciting news coming up between games, and I know we're just teasing it, but that's why we're just saying exciting news.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I think fans are gonna get pretty excited about the new things coming this way. Also, for those watching the stream,
As Denny fires from 3, no good. Markayla Francis with a rebound.
made some upgrades. We switched the side of the camera so the C's actually on the right side.
And Brooke Jones bailed out, draws a foul. It's on Dowdy. It'll be her second. First team foul of the quarter. Going to put Brooke Jones at the free throw line. Averaging 12.3 points per game, just a 65% free throw shooter. And in and out on the first one. Had a great game the first time these two played. Had 18 points, hit 4 3-pointers. And those 4 3-pointers were the last 4 she's made on the season.
Yeah, she had an unreal game. I think she'd been planning on that game all year long.
And we are tied for the 5th time tonight after she hits the second. Carroll hasn't scored here in the third quarter. Rocky with all 4 points. Or 3 points. I can count. And an offensive foul on Christine Denny. That'll be her second. Team foul number 2. And Jane Lyman will check in. So freshman for freshman. Rocky 10 of 25 from the field. Carroll 10 of 32. And we are tied at 27. Rocky 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. Francis backs down against Dowdy, and Rocky has the lead back. Their largest lead. It's 29-27. 6:10 to go here in the third quarter. Lyman up on top for Dowdy. One dribble, passes right side, Brittany Johnson. Johnson all the way down to the left side of the lane. She'll put it up. The layup rolls out. She'll get the rebound back and draw the jump ball. It'll be Carroll basketball. And that's, Coach Keller wanted to travel, but that actually is not a travel. A player can fall to the ground and stand up as long as they keep a pivot foot. That is not a travel.
Well, and that's an effort rebound right there because she was in among the trees. And we know Brittany Johnson is not one of the taller players on the team. So that was a big effort rebound for her, helped keep the possession for the Saints.
She's listed at 5'7". 5:50 to go in the quarter. Carroll down now, 29-27. Johnson will try a 3 off the back iron, no good. Rebound, Farsfeet. So the Saints 0 here in the third quarter. And Rocky has outscored the Saints 5-0 to take a 2-point lead. Michaela Jones, the penetration, kicks it out to Brooke Jones. She'll drive into the lane. She'll put it up. Blocked by Dean, but a foul's going to get called. And the foul's going to go on Brittany Johnson with the reach, her second, third team foul. And they'll put Brooke Jones back to the line where she just went 1 out of 2. Rocky 4 out of 5 from the line tonight. Carroll 3 for 3. So not a lot of free throws shot. And Rocky increases its largest lead to 3, 30-27. Danny Wagner in for the Saints, the redshirt freshman out of Haber. Jones will get a second. Hits them both.
I saw Gary Wagner, who's sitting across the way from us, give his little sister a little get tough in there as she come into the game.
He was pretty tough back in his day.
He was an okay football player.
Not bad. 5:15 to go in the quarter. Saints down 31-27, largest deficit of the night. Dowdy clears everybody out and leaves it off for Pasta. She'll dribble to the free throw line. Back up on top. Come right side for Lyman. Lyman's going to penetrate. She'll put up the shot and roll it in.
Great drive by the freshman there.
31-29. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the quarter. And that's the first bucket of the quarter for the Saints. Farsfeet way out. Right side. Far side of the floor. Back into the far corner now to Brooke Jones, gets it to Michaela Jones. Lobs it inside, Markayla Francis. Goes strong against Dowdy and puts it up and in.
That's tough to do against Michaela Dowdy. She's a great defender. She's shown it all year long. So that's a pretty good basket there for the Battling Bears.
So can you give us a little hint of what's coming up between games?
Well, I guess not anybody can really see my shirt, although the camera is facing us now. But
if they're watching, they're not here.
Yeah.
Dean partially blocked. The ball goes off at Chamberlain out of bounds, and that'll be Carroll basketball. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. You can tell us when we come back. 4:06 to go in the third on the Bud Light scoreboard. Rocky 33, the Saints 29. Back in a minute. This is Carroll College basketball on ESPN Radio.
Did you see the one dude's comment?
Down the bottom.
Yeah.
Why would they use shoe?
Yeah.
Better on defense. I'm gonna try to get a wider so they can zoom in while you're talking at halftime.
Carroll Athletics would like to thank some more of our corporate sponsors for all the support of Saints Athletics. Northwestern Energy.
33-29, Rocky in the lead. 4:06 to go, third quarter. Jason Walker alongside Sports Information Director Jarek Walcott. All right, so you can't tell us what it is, but you're going to tease what's coming up between games.
Yeah, well, I'm wearing a shirt that I normally would not wear for a basketball game.
Come on, it looks good on you. Passed a three again off the mark. A rebound off of Chamberlain. It's not something brand new. It's an upgraded edition, correct?
Yes.
There.
Yes, it's an updated edition, and I think fans are really going to be excited about changes. We just try to, throughout the department, try to do something, get better every week, get better every day, and I think this is going to make us better, and it's going to be something that the whole community can get behind.
3-second violation called on Michaela Dowdy, and I'd like to see one called on the Rocky end because Markayla Francis has camped out, put up a pup tent all game long. 33-29 Rocky in the lead by 4. Outscored the Saints 9-2 here in the third quarter. Brooke Jones, timeout taken by Rocky. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. 3:33 remaining in the third on the Bud Light scoreboard. Rocky 33, the Saints 29. Back in a minute. This is Carroll College basketball on ESPN Radio.
Please welcome the Carroll College cheer squad.
3:33 to go, third quarter. Rocky 3 out of 4 in the quarter. Carroll just 1 out of 9, and the Saints trail by 4, 33-29. Rocky basketball. Chamberlain, baseline, looking to inbound, gets it up to the wing to Markayla Jones, and now Haley Farsfeet. 7 on the shot clock. Farsfeet stops from 15, no good. Rebound, Hannah Dean has it stolen right out of her hand by Markayla Jones. Finds Brooke Jones, and a chance for a three-point play.
I feel like that was planned. I see that, and it looked like that was an intentional setup by Coach Keller there to get that steal right off of that rebound.
Dean's second, 4th team foul. Carroll's been whistled for 10 fouls today. Rocky just 5. So Brooke Jones back at the line. She's 3 out of 4 tonight. Now has 7 points in the ball game. And knocks it down. And Rocky is up 36-29 here over Carroll.
Saints need to find a little bit of offensive rhythm somehow. Somebody's got to come in and make a bucket.
Carroll's been outscored 12-2 here in the third.
And the other thing Rocky's doing is getting to the line, which the Saints have yet to do in the second half.
Lyman in trouble, gets it to Pasta with 3 to play, 10 to shoot. Dowdy off to Wagner. Wagner, free throw line. She'll drive all the way down the lane. She'll put it up off the glass and in. That's what Danny Wagner brings, is intensity, and she's aggressive driving to the hole, and it's 36-31.
If she keeps doing that, they're going to have to step up and foul her, and that's just good for the Saints.
Michaela Jones, near wing, up on top, Farce feet. Comes left side for Justin Jewell. Now back to Farce feet. Inside Francis. A little jump hook in the lane, no good. Salonen with the rebound. Outlet Lyman. And Lyman tried to find it to Pasta, who somehow got it off from Michaela Jones out of bounds. Not a great pass from Jaden. And good heads-up play by Pasta. Almost turned from wide receiver to defensive back there.
That's a freshman pass and a senior
save.
A save right there.
The inbound to Salonen with 2:18 to go in the quarter. Carroll down 36-31. Lyman's listed at 5'3", and I don't think she's there. If you stand next to her. Absolute angel, though. Wagner over to the wing to Lyman. Inside Salonen, and a foul called. Or a kicked ball, rather. So reset the shot clock to 15. 2:03 to go in the quarter. Carroll down 36-31. Wagner will inbound. Baseline to the right of her own basket. And if you're watching on the Carroll YouTube stream, it would be the near side. She throws it off of Brooke Jones. And Justin Jewell is going to get called for the foul. And we'll turn the crowd mic down because Coach Keller is right in front of it, and I don't think you want to hear what he's about to say. So a new shot clock for the Saints with 2:01 to go. Wagner inbound in the near corner to Salonen. She'll drive right baseline. Leave it out on the wing for Lyman, and now Pasta. Wide open three. This one's good. 36-34. Saints within a bucket now with 1:45 to play here in the quarter.
After struggling, that's back-to-back buckets for the Saints. First 3 of the half, looking good.
Pasta now 2 for 9 from 3, but that one was big. Jewell, near side, over to the right side for Jones. Now Farce feet finds Brooke Jones. She'll work down against Dowdy. She'll put it up too strong. Dowdy with a rebound.
Great D. Great D.
Saints could tie with 80 seconds to play in the quarter, trailing 36-34. Or take the lead. Salonen lost it right into the hands of Jones. That is the 10th turnover now for Carroll. The 6th of the quarter after having just 4 in the first half. Michaela Jones, right elbow, nice pass to Jewell. And a foul's going to get called on Wagner. And they're going to let her shoot 2 free throws as well. She got away with the travel.
Well, that's a bonus free throw, so.
It is, because it is the 15th foul, so you're right.
Yeah, they called it on the ground, but yeah, it's the bonus. So.
And Jewell hits the first. Chamberlain and Ebony Jackson in for Rocky. So that snaps a 5-0 run by the Saints. 59 seconds to go in the quarter, and it's a 4-point Rocky lead. 38-34 on the Bud Light scoreboard. 55 seconds left. Lyman across the C Halo logo at midcourt. And now Johnson has it. Hand off Wagner up on top. She'll look to drive, penetrate back out. Now Lyman on the far side. Directs traffic, 10 to shoot. Dowdy has it just to the right of the top of the key. Now Salonen down to the wing for Johnson on the pass. 5 to shoot. Being forced way out. She's going to have to get it off. Finds a Wagner. Wagner's going to fire a long 3. Hits the iron. Salonen with the offensive rebound. Tipped it to Michaela Dowdy. 20 seconds to go in the corner. The Saints can hold for the final shot.
Last 2 possessions, they're finding ways to extend possessions.
Dowdy on the screen and roll. Hammered hard, but she'll shoot 2. The foul on Brooke Jones, her second. Foul was on, Brooke Jones. It was announced as Markayla Francis, but she will check in. Francis will. Dowdy at the line. Her free throw percentage has increased to 62.6%. Struggled the last couple of nights. And rims in the first one. Ebony Jackson back out. It's 38-35. Dowdy's second one. Back iron, no good. Rebound tipped. Chamberlain's going to track it down. 10 seconds to play in the third. She'll push it across midcourt. She'll take it to the free throw line. She'll stop, she'll fire from 12, and she'll hit it with 2 seconds to go in the quarter. And a tough end to the third. In fact, a tough third quarter all around for the Saints. And at the end of 3 in Helena, it's the Battling Bears 40, the Saints 35, back with the final 10 minutes in 1 minute. This is Carroll Basketball on ESPN Radio.
All right, Saints fans, it's time for Dennis and Bills from Washington. Montana Rebel League $500 scholarship drive. I have you here with me, Josie. Josie's going to pick out one lucky student today. And our winner is Alexandra Dickey. Alexandra Dickey, congratulations. You're the winner of the $500 Montana Rebel League. This is Bills Washington Foundation Scholarship. Please come down to the court to collect your prize. Congratulations, Alexandra.
Rocky Mountain ranked 18th, leading 10-point Carroll, 40-35 as we start the third quarter. Rocky outscored the Saints 16-8, and in fact they're on a 28-17 run since the start of the second quarter. Brooke Jones has it, left elbow. She'll back it out to the top of the key. Rocky shot 5 out of 9 in the third quarter. The Saints were just 3 out of 12. Lyman almost came up with the steal. Farsfeet over to the right side for Jewell out on the wing. Far side of the floor, 10 to shoot. Now Farsfeet to Francis, backs down in the lane. Blocked by Dean, and Francis will shoot 2. Foul on Brittany Johnson. Her third, team foul number 1. And Markayla Francis to shoot 2. Just a 62% free throw shooter, but she hits the first. 9 points now in the ball game, and it's 41-35 Rocky. Second one on the way, also good. 42-35. Matches the largest lead for the Battling Bears. 9:30 to go in regulation. We went overtime between these two a couple of weeks ago. Lyman across midcourt, gives it up on top for Taylor Salonen. Back to Dean, and now Brittany Johnson. Bumped by Jewell. Salonen posting up, working hard, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Brooke Jones. That'll be her third, team foul number 1.
Saints are going to need to get to the line a lot in this fourth quarter.
They're going to have to make baskets and get stops. Wagner inbounds it far side to Dean. She'll dribble all the way into the lane. Now lob it back onto the wing near side. Wagner up on top. Salonen gets it into Lyman's hands. She'll find Dean. Now Wagner. 9 minutes to go. Saints down 42-35 on the Bud Light scoreboard. Johnson hammered from behind, and Brittany will go shoot 2. Justin Jewell with the foul. Or no, they call it on Markayla Francis. So they call it on Markayla Francis instead, her second. Team foul number 2. Brittany Johnson at the line. I thought it was on Justin Jewell as well. That's right. I know, we don't know anything, Coach. Johnson missed the first. She'll get a second. This one is good. 42-38. Nope, 36. Wow, why can't I write the numbers down right tonight? I'm excited about the announcement at between games. Chamberlain tries a 3, no good. Francis with the weak side rebound. And gets it to Farsvik. 8:40 to go. Francis feeds Chamberlain. Left block. Out to Farsvik for 3. In and out. Rebound. Hannah Dean comes down with it for the Saints. 42-36. 8.5 to go.
Saints are lucky on that possession. You looked at the whole zone collapsed around it. She had 5 girls on her. And wide open shot, but luckily it rimmed out.
Johnson over to Wagner. Wagner down to the right side. Now up on top for Hannah Dean with 10 to shoot. Dean will drive against Francis. She'll throw it up. Counted and one. What a shot. And that one is on Markayla Francis. As Bailey Pasta checks back in, so Francis picks up her third. Team foul number 3. Dean at the line, 72.6%. 1 for 1 tonight. 7 points, 9 rebounds for the junior from Gardner. Free throw is good. 3-point play, and it's 42-39 with 8:05 to go. Carroll down 3 on the Bud Light scoreboard. Saints 15 of 42 from the field. Rocky 14 of 34. Farsvik has a lane all the way down the left side. Too easy, up and in. 44-39 with 7:47 to go. Lyman to Salonen, back to Lyman. Between the legs, dribble. Now to Dean, 17-footer is good.
Uh-oh. Hannah's getting started here in this fourth quarter.
Well, it took her 3 quarters to get going. It's 44-41. 7:25 left on the Bud Light scoreboard. Francis high post, right elbow, works against Dean, puts it up, and wow, dropped it in.
That's a tough shot against Hannah Dean.
46-41. 7:12 remaining. Lyman to Dean. Now past the right side. Dribbles up to the free throw line. Comes back on the right side to Salonen. Dean wants it. Salonen crosses up Brooke Jones. Crosses her up again. Beautiful shot by Taylor Salonen.
Well, the Carroll offense is humming right now. Let's see if they can get a couple stops.
Farsvik calls out the play. Dribbles over to the right side. Passes left side, Jewell. Lyman comes over to pick her up. Now Farsvik up on top. She'll dribble down to the right side. Reverse, back up on top. Francis in the middle of the lane. Knocked to the ground. Hannah Dean, offensive foul, Markayla Francis.
Wes is not happy about that one at all.
It was a good call on the charge. They could have gotten one of the Saints with a reach.
But that's 3 fouls for her in the last 2 minutes.
And it's 4 overall. And team foul number 4 with 6:29 to go. 46-43. Dowdy back in for the Saints. Lyman. Free throw line over the left side. Pasta. Out on the wing. Gets a screen from Dowdy. Penetration. The little floater blocked by Jewell. And a foul called. Justin Jewell with the call. Her second. And that puts Carroll at the line for the final 6-12. It's 5-1 in the fourth quarter, but it's 12-11 for the game.
I don't care what it is for the game.
Pasta's free throw is good. 46-44, Saints within 2. Pasta's second one, also good, and it's a 1-point game. 46-45.
Saints are getting to the line. Saints are finding a little bit of an offensive rhythm. Got to keep it going on the defensive end.
6:05 to go. Farsvik down to the near wing. Jones and Dowdy, good battle. Farsfeet penetrates down to the baseline, lobs it out, stolen by Christine Denny. Denny into the front court, she'll wait for help, and then Farsfeet knocked it away and steals it away. That's a freshman mistake. Denny wasn't paying attention to who was coming behind her. 46-45. Rocky by a point. Farsfeet down the lane, blocked by Dowdy. Foul called on Dowdy. Her third, second team foul. And it'll put Farsfeet at the line. 67% on the year.
That's surprising me. I figured she's a really talented guard. I figured she'd be a little higher than that.
47-45. (48-45) after she makes them both. 5:31 to go on the Bud Light scoreboard. Saints down 48-45. Carroll at 37% from the field. Rocky 44%. Lyman up on top to Hannah Dean. Comes right side Denny. She'll dribble the free throw line. Stop left elbow. Leave it for Dean. Off her hand, out of bounds. So that's 2 turnovers by Denny here in the last 30 seconds. And the Saints now with 12 turnovers. Brittany Johnson in. Denny's going to go get a talking to. Words of encouragement. With 5:15 to play, Rocky up 48-45. Both teams with 3 timeouts. Farsfeet works all the way to the right wing, down to the baseline. Leaves it up on top, Michaela Jones. And Jones called. You're going to see a lot more Carroll fouls here to catch up. The foul on Lyman, her first, third team foul. 5:02 to play. 48-45 Rocky. They took the lead with 6:15 to play in the third, and they haven't trailed since. Jewell, near wing, up on top to Michaela Jones. She'll dribble down to the right side. Pass back left, Farsfeet. High post, Brooke Jones works against Dowdy. That one blocked by Dowdy, but another foul called. Fans don't like that one. Michelle Sayers throws her hands up in the air. And we get a timeout on the floor. 4:43 to go in the fourth. It's the Batlin Bears 48, the Saints 45. We are back in a minute. This is Carroll College basketball on ESPN Radio. .45 Rocky leading 10th ranked Carroll, 4:43 to play. On the Bud Light scoreboard, Brooke Jones will be at the free throw line shooting 2. 4 for 5 tonight, has 8 points and 3 rebounds. So after having a great game against her former team, the first time these two met, she has struggled tonight. 2 free throws and short armed the first one, barely drew the front of the iron. Carroll 16 of 43, Rocky 16 of 36. And she missed them both, and Hannah Dean with a rebound. Lyman up the near sideline. Behind the back with the dribble, finds Pasta, who steps into a 3, in and out. Rebound tipped by Brittany Johnson, though, into the hands of Taylor Salonen. 4:25 to go. Saints down 48-45. They have the ball. Bailey Passage is 2 for 10 from the three-point line tonight.
She's going to keep shooting, though, and we want her to.
Lyman will stop from the free throw line, and it's good.
Big minutes from Lyman here in this second half. She's playing above. I mean, she's made a few errant passes, but she's playing above a freshman level right now.
4:05 left. 48-47 Rocky. Jones double teamed, and a 3-second violation is finally called tonight. Good help defense from Taylor Salonen.
Brooke had nowhere to go with that ball. She just got flustered in there and had her foot planted in that key.
Francis and Chamberlain back in for Rocky with 3:56 remaining on the Bud Light scoreboard. Saints can take the lead here, trailing 48-47. Pasta, Dean, Johnson, each with 8 to lead the way for the Saints. And Dean has it left side. Now passed up on top. Finds Salonen. Salonen dribbles. Down to the right side, hands it off to Brittany Johnson. But an illegal screen on Taylor Salonen. Rochelle Sayers not happy. Assistant coach Gary Turcott arguing. Team fouls now evened up at 5, so it's 4 straight fouls have been called on Carroll since Wes Keller got a warning with, 3 minutes ago. 3.5 to go. Far feet left side, 48-47. Dumps it high post, Francis. Chamberlain drives baseline, no good. Rebound, tip to Francis. Out to Brooke Jones, and now Michaela Jones has it with 3:10 to go.
That was good defense by Salonen there.
Rocky by a point. Farsfeet, near side Chamberlain. Back up on top to Farsfeet. Now Michaela Jones, right wing. Lob down to Brooke Jones. Working against Dean. Puts it up and dropped it in. And it's 50-47 Rocky with 2:50 to play. Lyman up on top to Taylor Salonen. Fakes left, dribbles right, hands off Brittany Johnson. Johnson up on top. Pass it to the right side for Dean. 10 on the shot clock, 2:30 to go. Salonen, free throw line, spins, bobbled it, lost it, put it up no good. Rebounded by Francis with 2:22 remaining. Rocky outscoring Carroll 28-18 in the paint and 16-6 off turnovers. Carroll has forced 15 turnovers but only got 6 points off of those. And it's Francis, high post. Chamberlain, baseline left all alone. And it's 52-47 Rocky with 2:02 to go. And a timeout taken. .202 to play, Bud Light scoreboard. Rocky up 52-47. And Rocky starting to pull away here. They've led by as much as 7. Carroll keeps chipping away, but turnovers hurting Carroll right now. They have 14, Jarek.
Well, it seems like every time Saints get within 1, get within 2, get within a bucket, Rocky responds. But 2 minutes is a long time between these two teams.
Farsfeet has 13, 12 apiece for Markayla Francis and Alicia Chamberlain. Brooke Jones with 10 to lead the way. And Justin Jewell has 5. They've had 5 players score, and that's it. Carroll more balanced, but nobody in double figures. Hannah Dean has 10 rebounds. 2 points away from a double-double. So 2 minutes to go on the Bud Light scoreboard. 52-47. Lyman, Pasta, Dean, Dowdy, and Wagner on the floor for the Saints. And it's Dean with it, working against Brooke Jones. Into the lane, kicks it out Lyman for 3. It's good!
Huge bucket. Huge shot for that freshman.
Jaden Lyman makes it 52-50 with 1:40 to play. Saints 6 of 22 from 3 now. Francis, free throw line. Out to Farsfeet. She'll try a straightaway 3 off the front iron, no good. Dowdy with the rebound, gets tied up. It'll go to Carroll with 87 seconds to play. Saints can tie on this possession, trailing 52-50. Both teams in the bonus. Rocky with 2 timeouts. Carroll has 3.
I don't know why if you're Farsi, why you take that shot. That's a ill-advised shot. I mean, there's time in the shot clock, and get into your offense, run it. But
here we go, 80 seconds left.
Good for the Saints.
Lyman, near wing. Gets it to Dean, works down to the right block, works against Jones, puts it up too strong, rebound tip to Farspeed.
And that's the shot you want, and she's not going to miss that very often.
1 minute to play in Helena. Rocky 52, Carroll 50. Francis fouled by Pasta. She'll shoot 2.
And Jason, I'm going to step away to get ready for our surprise.
Okay, you do that. You're welcome. Jarek Walcott joining us. 55.2 to go. Francis at the line. The foul on Pasta, her second. First one is up. Good. 53-50. Francis will get a second. It is on the way, and it is also good. It's a 2-possession game. And Carroll's going to take a timeout with 55 seconds left. And they're going to advance the ball past midcourt, trailing 54-50 on the Bud Light scoreboard. Confusion on how long the timeout's going to be, but it's going to be a full timeout. So the Saints trailing 54-50. 6-1 in 2018, 7-2 in the Frontier, leading the Frontier Conference by a game over the University of Providence and these Rocky Mountain College Battling Bears. Rocky beat Tech last night. Rocky automatically go into the national tournament, and because of their ranking at 18, if they stay in the top 25, they will take away a spot from a deserving team. In Great Falls, LC State and Providence. Providence leading 74-71. And that is a final. So 14th ranked Argos knock off 23rd ranked LC State. LC State's going to tumble out of the polls next week. 4-6 in conference play now. But they fall 74-71 at Providence. Argos will be here next Saturday, Northern Friday night. So Providence now 7-3 in league play after the win tonight.
Fine Pasta!
50 seconds to go. Saints down 4, 54-50. Pasta left wing. Finds Lyman on the near wing. She'll fire a 3, and it's an air ball. Francis is going to get fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2 on the rebound. A Rocky win will give us a 3-way tie in the Frontier. A Carroll rally in the final 40 seconds. The foul on Dean, by the way, her third. A Carroll win in the final 40 seconds would leave Carroll alone atop the Frontier. Francis' first one is good. So Francis, just a 62% free throw shooter, is 5 for 5 tonight. And it's a 5-point lead for the Battling Bears, make it a 6-point lead. And Carroll takes the timeout to advance the ball. 40.6 remaining. Rocky leads by 2 possessions, 56-50. Possession arrow favors Rocky. Both teams in the double bonus. But Carroll in danger of dropping a game for the second time in 4 games. So we know that Providence has knocked off LC, so Providence momentarily tied with the Saints atop the Frontier with a 7th conference win.
Hey, we got 2 timeouts, 2 left.
Western leads Northern in the third quarter, 49-28. So Western's going to give Northern a 9th conference loss. Pasta, far corner 3, short, rebound, Chamberlain. Fouled by Dean, that'll be her 4th. So Rocky with 31 seconds left to play will go shoot free throws, looking to seal it from the line. Carroll, just 8 of 21 here in the second half from the field, make it 8 of 22. Rocky, 9 of 17 in the second half. Una Harrington in. Dowdy out. Nobody from the Saints in double figures. Lyman has 9 points to lead the way. Chamberlain knocked down the first. And she hit them both. So 58-50, 30 seconds left. Saints have 1 timeout. Lyman drives, layup, no good. Rebounded by Michaela Jones. Stolen away by Lyman. She'll fire, she'll miss it too hard. Rebound Brooke Jones. 20 seconds left, and Rocky can just dribble this one out. And a late call, but a correct one on the travel. But with 12.9, it's not going to matter. 58-50 Rocky. Wagner inbound to Lyman. 10 seconds left. Lyman to Pasta, another 3. This one's also no good, and another rebound by Chamberlain, and that'll do it from the PE Center. So Rocky outscores the Saints 34-23 in the second half. And the Ballin Bears ranked 18th, knock off number 10 Carroll. Your final on the Bud Light scoreboard from the PE Center. Ballin Bears 58, the Saints 50. Back with the postgame show in a moment. This is Carroll Basketball on ESPN Radio.